And when you find out who the author is in question, what her link is to bakeries, you're going to go, oh, that makes sense. I want you to say hi to Ebbie Young. She's been on our show before, but for different reasons. Now she is happily a first-time author of Bakery Kids, and we'll show you the book in just a second. But we say good morning first.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
This comes from. Let's just deal with the 6-foot-tall elephant in the room. Your husband is?
Adam Young.
Adam Young, voted Best Baker in America by Food Network, and us too, for that matter. He's over from Sift Bake Shop. He's over in the kitchen whipping stuff up now. We'll see him later. But here's why I bring him up, not to diminish you at all, but this book came from you watching Adam in the bakery all the time.
Well, he's a big part of it. So, as you know, we were talking about Adam works a lot.
Yes.
And we sort of found this love of bringing our 2 daughters to the bakery to visit him, and sort of the pure joy of, having a bakery and the girls loving it so much. So I thought, what a great sort of concept for a book.
And so you put it down on paper, and you told me you wrote this book a few years ago, but then had to rewrite it.
Yes,
Why?
we did. So we ended up having another baby. So in order for her not to be in therapy for the next 20 years and know that we left her out.
A Tale of Helpful Sisters was a tale of one daughter. So clearly, good job, Mom, saving the co-pays there.
So we had to, I rewrote it, and that was in Vivi came along, or Eva came along in 2019, and then COVID happened.
Right.
So like writing a book, it was kind of survival mode, the bakery at that point. It was like, we do not need to focus on a book.
Of course.
So then after we kind of came out of this COVID fog, I thought, you know what, I'm going to finish this book.
Let's talk about the theme of this story, and I'm going to pick it up because I want to show you pictures in a second. Story is 2 young girls go see Dad. 2 young girls,
helping their dad, and they're really not. They think they're being helpful, but they're not being helpful. Kind of like much like kids so they're spilling things and they're messing things up, but they love being with their dad and loving to bake. It's very interactive. So when I have, I've been fortunate enough to read to my daughter's school, which is where a portion of the proceeds go as well to the book.
And I'm going to show you because just so you can see this as I open it up all the way, right there. Is that fine? Yeah. So there's one of your daughters.
Yep. And, so there she is.
And there's the chef himself.
Yep. There's Adam with his.
And are you in this too?
There's a picture of me pregnant, eating a lot of food, which is very on brand, I guess you could say.
Sure. Here's what I love. A local artist, a former police officer, did these wonderful pictures. Take a look at this, because this salutes Mystic as much as it does have a story, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So Dan Kenyon is the illustrator. He's amazing. He's a great family friend. He's also put a bunch of sort of Easter eggs throughout the book.
Really? So if you know Mystic, you're going to know.
If you know Mystic, you'll love it. And there's also like, for instance, my mom is walking her dog in the book.
Got a cameo too. Wow, there you go. One more I want you to see because it's adorable.
They have their, I think it says Blake, flour, things like that. So little things that Dan was able to put in. He's so talented. He was so great to work with. He's just a great guy. And he has a lot of his art up at Sift as well. His name is Dan Kenyon again.
Wonderful.
And he's just a wonderful.
You're a first-time author. This was not what you went through school for. Was it easy? Hard?
It was, it was more of a passion project. I sort of, I was inspired because of the love of the girls with Adam in the bakery. And I thought, what a great story. So it was, I guess, I love to write. So for me, it was easy. If it was a math equation, definitely not for me.
Me too. So we got to go, but I want to ask you, if somebody's at home sitting there going, oh, you know what, I have that idea for a children's book or a novel, what advice do you give folks?
Oh, do it. It's not as hard as you thought. I thought it was going to be a lot more tedious, but it was fun, it was great, and it feels great when you actually finally get it done.
Sure. Bakery Kids, A Tale of Helpful Sisters. You could buy this where?
You can buy it at the bakeries or online as well.
Don't eat this. Eat everything else at the bakery.
It will inspire you to eat.
There you go.
And to bake.
Ebbie Young, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
Now listen, she's the better half of the Young family, I'm going to tell you that. But you can compare and contrast later on when we see Adam, who's over in the kitchen, coming up in a few minutes. All right.